All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at what's going on in Texas. Uh, well, we told them on this channel, get ready. You guys want to play war. And I'm like, you better get ready for national disasters and stuff. All right, let's check this out. Hold on a minute here. Play this dang commercial. The officials searching for 20 missing girls. I'm going to switch over to this other one. We'll check it out. Let me copy that. Copy. Let me put it in here. Yo, Debbie. It's just horrible. There's going to be more of this, folks. And Lord saith, get her ready.
During the situation for us, for deadly flooding in Kerr County. 6 people confirmed dead. You can see the power of the Guadalupe River right now in this video on your screen. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dia Wall. At this hour, we are monitoring the search for more than 20 girls who are missing from a summer camp on that river. All efforts are centered around the town of Kerrville and nearby Ingram and Hunt County right now. You can see how close they are to the Guadalupe. We just got an update from officials there. Our Kevin Reese has been monitoring the situation for us. Kevin, what can you tell us?
Well, certainly, as you've seen already, devastating images and heartbreaking stories in and around Kerrville today. 13 fatalities reported so far, but there is grave concern about a girls' youth camp in Hunt along the Guadalupe River. Here is what we know as of the last news briefing that we just received in Kerr County. As I said, as many as 13 people confirmed dead, that according to the sheriff there. The rain started around midnight in Kerrville. The Guadalupe rose 26 feet in just 45 minutes. That according to Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. Homes and cars have been washed away. Multiple rescues continue. Early this morning, an evacuation order issued for anyone who lives within 100 yards of the river, and widespread power outages as well. And Bandera County, near record flooding there too. And this is what we've been talking about. Especially the upper reaches near the small town of Hunt are home to multiple church and youth camps. This picture from the all-girls Christian camp called Camp Mystic, taken last night as the girls waded through ankle-deep water. But then this message on social media today from the camp saying everyone was accounted for, but we have sustained catastrophic level floods. We have no power, water, or Wi-Fi. The highway has washed away, so we're struggling to get more help. Please continue to pray and send any help if you have contacts to do so.
Camp Mystic is a camp that has over 750 kids. Right now, there are 20-some that aren't accounted for. That does not mean they've been lost. They could be in a tree. They could be.
Yeah, better get choppers out there looking for them and boats, depending on if the water's safe enough to be on. Well, get ready for this, people. This is happening in the United States, and it ain't over. They've made a bunch of bad calls, folks. They stole a bunch of money. They've done very bad things. What do I see in this? This is God's message. It's over for you people. Take cover. And it ain't over. There's going to be more of this. And I'm upset, Debbie, because they knew this storm was coming. Why did they even have them girls out there at that camp? That's just, I mean, can we agree on that, Deborah? They knew this was heading their way. And why do they build in flooded areas? It's a flood zone. Well, we can't complain about it, Lord. All we could do is ask for the Lord to find these missing girls. And you better get FEMA going out there and national disaster teams out there. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Out of communication. We're praying for all of those missing to be found alive.
We didn't know this flood was coming. Rest assured, no one knew this kind of flood was coming. We have floods all the time. This is the most dangerous river valley in the United States. We had no reason to believe that this was going to be anything like what's happened here. None whatsoever.
But again, the numbers that we have been given so far, according to the sheriff in Kerr County, 13 people have been confirmed dead. And the exact number from Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick was 23 people still unaccounted for. And that includes the campers at Camp Mystic. But again, those searches underway. They're trying to reach them to find out how many of them are actually missing. We will continue to monitor the latest updates from Kerr County and Bandera County and more, and let you know as that news does come in. Dia, back.
Well, that's just horrible. Now, hopefully they heed the word of the Lord and prepare in America for national disasters and madness. Right? That can happen here. Am I ready? No, but I keep an eye on it. If something gets too crazy, I'll jump in my car and start driving and try and either outrun the tornado or flood. But I'm pretty much up on higher ground here, pretty much. I think. I'm not sure. I'd probably be under. This was all swamp. It could flood again. I wouldn't doubt it. Well, lucky you're up in the mountains there, Debbie, of Lake Gimme Some Gucci Coochie. So you should be safe. You should be safe up there. Well, I can't even say that because water, it runs down the mountain, so it could flood everything. Just stay safe, little lady. Now, I know you're upset at me today, but I'm upset at myself too. But I hear you, Lord. I hear you. I feel you. I feel the pain. It hurts. But, yeah, should we show any more of that, Debbie? Should we show any more of the disaster? It's sad. It's just so sad. Oh, they got helicopter.
Ingram High School. Jeremy was just where they're being medically evaluated, and we just saw a helicopter land with several children getting off, and there's another helicopter you're seeing right now land just right here.
Be careful.
We're assuming there's also
Debbie.
children, maybe adults that are inside that helicopter as well. Jeremy was kind of explaining this whole operation about how, they're dropped off at different locations, but the high school is where they're being medically evaluated, and then they're being reunited at the elementary school with their families who are just desperate to see their children safe and sound. Such a heartbreaking, such a scary situation out here. But yes, we are seeing those children that just came off one of those helicopters. We're going to wait a moment to see this yellow helicopter if it has any children. But being able to see these children, Henry and Sarah, is just such a relief, given the news that we were told earlier about all the people unaccounted for. So I know that they're just those families are just eager to be reunited with those kids and just to hug them close and tight. And like we were mentioning earlier, so I was at that press conference actually with Zach Briggs from Kerr County officials. The number that they gave us was 13 fatalities. They wouldn't tell us how many people were unaccounted for, and they wouldn't answer any questions when it came to Mystic Camp and what was happening in that situation, because this is, of course, what people are really paying attention to, considering all of those children that appear to be trapped in Kerr County, in the Hill Country. I also want to point out, as we're just watching this view as well, there is so much damage that we are seeing from these floodwaters. Irissa, I know you want to hold on that shot just to make sure, but yeah, we're watching that. But let's pan over here. I want to show you what the Guadalupe looks like right now. It is still rushing. Of course, the rain has not really, I mean, it's let up, but it's been consistently raining throughout the afternoon, early evening. But you can see the water is still rushing down. But now you really see the force of the water with all of those limbs that have been broken. And we see it even over here, Iris, if you want to come a little bit, or actually this way, where you see the part of this road has been taken out. That goes to show just the strength of the water. This is very, very damaged right there. I don't know if we're close enough, but down the road or down. Honestly, but something that was picked up by the water, as we can assume, and then ended up on the side of the road. It has definitely receded, of course, because now again we're seeing all of this debris. That yellow helicopter, I don't think I saw any children exit from it. It did take off. It is heading back in that direction towards Mystic Camp, but of course this is just a huge response. So many different agencies out here just trying to make sure that they can rescue as many people, everyone that they can, get those children out to safety. Also, just anyone in.
It's incredible to see juxtaposition here of what they're having to do to rescue these kids and get them to safety, to get them to emergency personnel. Describe that for us.
No, absolutely. Actually, we have a helicopter coming above us right now. I'm going to have Irissa, the photographer here, follow this helicopter for you. Yeah, they are the landing spot. And sorry, it is loud, of course. The landing spot right there in front of what's, I think, the baseball field here at the Ingram Tom Moore High School. And you can see there, that's the landing spot that they have decided.
Well, it's just horrible, Debbie. It's just horrible. You know, we always wait until the storm happens, until the disaster comes. Then they put people in place and get things rolling. I say we should be ready when they know there's a storm coming, big enough that it might cause flooding. They should have a team, the team's already ready, and helicopters ready like a day before, right? Like a day before the storm comes. Well, all glory goes to God. They did save some of them girls, Debbie. 23 of them or something like that. There was 700 and something kids there, but 23 were rescued and 20 are still unaccounted for. So, pretty crazy. All right, 23 are still missing. There was over 700 kids there. Horrible. All right, ladies and gentlemen, be safe. Keep an eye on things. You know, we weren't supposed to have any rain today. It's supposed to be sunny and beautiful, but look at clouds. Them darker clouds are forming. And it might not rain here, but 30 miles away up north, that's where it's heading, up north. It might turn into a massive storm. I think this is all from Texas. I got one thing to say to you, Texas. The sky is crying. And as Stevie Ray said, it's flooding down in Texas. Wow. Better get my boots and waders on, yeah. And no, Debbie, you're not allowed to have that new wire wheel I made for weed whacking. It's too dangerous for you. I know you'll end up hurting yourself. You'll be like, I'm going out to weed whack, and then you'll come back in the house and message me. I just cut my leg off. I have to go to the hospital, so I pass. I pass on that. I pass on that, you little shamrock lady. All right, you have a good day. I ain't feeling myself today. Foggy. I don't know. Maybe I had a brain hemorrhage or something, or someone did. Maybe. It's cool though, right? Yeah, it's cool, but you'll hurt yourself. You'd end up hurting yourself. I would say you'll take an aisle, and it's very well possible you could. One of them wires come untangled and fly up, because I know you don't wear your glasses in safety. You're one of them country girls, right? You ride bulls and stuff without wearing cups, or breast cups, or jock strap or anything. So you're a tough woman, but it's too dangerous for you. I'm sorry. I know you want it. I know it's cool. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll buy it and use it, and you can watch it on YouTube. You can watch me use it, because it's too dangerous for you, sweetie. I'm really sorry. I know you want it. It'll probably be on your next Christmas list, birthday list, Valentine's list, and yada, 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 yada. But no, I'm really sorry. No. God bless America. And stay dry. And it ain't over, folks. Right? I'm looking at the temps 3 months away. And I think we got one more hot day coming. And then it drops way down into the low 80s and even low 70s, and a couple days in the low 60s. And if this keeps up, we might have ourselves up north here one heck of a winter, which we haven't had in a while. So it ain't over with. There's more storms coming, more flooding, more disasters. Get ready. That's all we can do. And I think before winter comes, I'm going to get me a generator. One of them cheap $300 generators. That's all I need is a small apartment. That'll run my air conditioner. That'll run my heater. That'll run the refrigerator. And that's all I really need. It'll even run the TV and my computer. And that's all I need, right? Heat, in case the power goes out in the winter. Or even in the summer. So I can keep food cool. And have lights and TV. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do. So hopefully before winter or before summer. Or, I mean, before winter. Summer's already here. All right. You folks have a great night. God bless. We'll see what kind of fireworks we can see tonight. Be safe. Keep your doors locked, your screen doors locked. If you do live in an apartment complex where they have your keys, where anybody can it might not even be the manager. It could be someone that lived here before and had the keys, right? Now, always protect yourselves. I put a kick bar in that goes underneath the door handle and sticks into the floor. So I don't have to do some major trying to get in, and by then you'll have your weapon ready. And as they come through the door, it's like Tombstone, the movie. Fill your hands, SOB. Dish, dish. Well, you got to protect yourself. I don't know. But, little Debbie, I'll talk to you later. Looking lovely today out there and where you're at, but be safe. Because if it rains hard enough by you and you're out there in the mountains, that water will come rushing down them mountains. It'll flood you out, woman. I know you know, I know that you know that it'll flood out up there by you, so be safe. God bless, and we'll be back here shortly.